Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. It's time for our characters to get the remaining adamantite from this meteorite and then get a few more monsters in the bestiary, so wait here, leave it to us. Well, we had 2 monsters so far. We had to go in and rescue Sid and Mid. Will we have to this time? No! They actually, everything was okay. Well, spoke too soon, here comes a monster. Actually, it's 6 monsters. They're all the same type of monster. What's interesting about these guys is, if you're the bard, you can use that love song again to freeze them and then finish them off like that. Or if you have a samurai, you can just use guild toss and defeat them all like that. You pretty much have to defeat them all at the same time, because if you defeat one and another one is defeated, the last thing they do is they cast a Life 2 spell. So you kill the first one and it disappears. Then you kill the second one, it'll cast Life 2 and bring back the first one you killed, and so forth and so on. So you basically got to kind of take them all out at the same time so they don't have a target to revive. So, or like I said, you could have just like used the bard and used that love song to stop them all. But I just figured I'd use a samurai, get him over real quick. So, well, before we head to where the meteorite's energy is gathering, let's head to Warist Castle here. I'm going to move everybody to the front row because this down in the basement there's an enemy that we were told, hey, to avoid at all costs, and he always back attacks unless you have a thief, because thieves prevent back attacks. So he would hit anyone in the back row would be in the front row, and then he'd deal a lot of damage. Probably take him out in one shot. This guy hits really, really hard, and we have no way to hurt him with our party here. So we're just gonna have to run. So, but we got a few more levels from when we first came here, so I'm able to run a little bit. So even though I have those levels, it still takes a while to run from this guy. So that's why I put it on. I have it on running on 3 times speed. That's why it looks like my characters are moving really fast in the overworld. So, have Angels and Lena do the guard command while they're running away, so they don't take damage, and finally get to run away. So, luckily we can fight this guy later on, and when we fight him later on, we'll be much stronger and able to actually deal damage to him. So, get a second elf cape there, so give that to Faris. And then each of those 3 pots on the side each has a treasure. So 2 of them have 1,000 gold, and the other one has a blue magic spell, Drag, which apparently sets the battle speed at like 2. So it's kind of a useless spell. You can just do what it does in the options menu. So that money will be good because we need to go buy some more rods, because we have another enemy that we want to fight. It's on an island west of Crescent Island. It's a prototype, it's a machine enemy, and the only way we can damage is with Lightning 3 spells. And the only way we can get Lightning 3 spells is by having a red mage break the lightning rods. So we're going to go buy some more lightning rods. Now they do about 600 to 800 damage, and the guy has 5,000 hit points. So I'm looking at about 8 to 9 rods to finish him off. So I'm gonna have to fly back to Karnak, where rods are for sale, and pick up a few of those ice rods. See that little blue dot there? That's where we have to go. If we check our map, that's where the Sid told us to go to. But like I said, we still want to clear up a few things here before we head to Gallup's Wall. So let's buy those those thunder rods. Sell a bunch of this other stuff too that we'll never be able to use. These drinks, the mix ingredients, the schemes that we ninjas throw. Bows, never use them. Have to keep some gear though, because we will eventually get Gallup back in our party. We'll make him a samurai to keep the 4-job Fiesta requirements. So we'll keep that, like stealth gear, the katana, the shield, and then give him the elf cape there. So, because Gal's going to be on his own for a little bit. So, alright. Faris can use it for right now. That should help her. And we'll put all our characters in the back row to help their survivability against this tough enemy that we gotta fight. So we got, looks like 2 Thunder Rods by, we need maybe like 8 more just to be safe. So let's see how many we get. Yeah, 8 will be fine. There we go. That way, in case we do have to break the 9, say they all roll like, you know, in the 600s, and we have to break 9, we still have 1 left over, so. Alright. Now, this enemy is, like I said, you can encounter it in much later in the game, but only potentially. It's the 50-50 chance it's either this enemy or a different enemy in a monster or box. I hate to go all the way to this dungeon, and actually the dungeon, we just saw it there. It's that island shrine. But we can't get to that island shrine because it's surrounded by mountains. Somehow a little later. But right now we're just going to camp out here. This is the island where that enemy is located. Now if you have a mediator in your party, the Beastmaster, and like I had in my first Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta, or Princess Sarissa had, you can control these guys and then make them self-destruct, and so that way they're really easy. But you don't have that option here, so good thing is they dropped dark matters, which I was lucky when I had the mediator. Another job that I had from the Earth Crystal was the chemist job, and dark matter is a really good component for their mixtures. So it's a rare component, but we could easily farm them here. The mediator would control the prototype, and then you can have the prototype self-destruct itself, and you get all the rewards out of it. You can't do that here. Like I say, we only have to break these rods. Even with the elemental sword, the coral sword, Angels doesn't do any damage to this guy, so yeah, the only way we hurt him was with those rods. Yeah, a Lit 2 spell doesn't do enough damage either. It just does 0 damage. So this guy must have enough magic resistance that level 2 spells don't hurt him. So one of the optional super bosses, if you watch my other previous Let's Plays of this, or Princess Sarissa's Let's Plays of this, you would see that one of the super bosses, Omega, looks like this guy. And he's obviously a super boss, so he's really, really tough. But one thing with him is you can have elemental swords and they override his defense. This guy you don't have that luxury, so he's, like I said, a good prototype for that super future boss. But nowhere near as deadly. But we can be deadly with that blaster spell. It can either paralyze you or instantly knock you out. And we were getting unlucky there. 2 instant knockouts. So we're gonna waste some Phoenix Downs. If you want to buy Phoenix Downs, the best place to go is back to Lux. Or Lix, the village that Angels is from. Because everything's half off there. So, one of the good things I did, how about we're back to 50-50 with the paralyzation. But one of the good things is at the beginning of this thing, because I knew this would be a long battle, I cast that Vitality Song, so you can see Lena's there, still getting some hit points back. Dope. The mission is another blue magic spell that you could learn. I just want to finish this guy off. Yeah, I would have tried to get Faris back on her feet, but she's a bard right now, and she's really close to mastering bard. So yeah, she'll catch up with, AP later. It's not like it's gonna hurt, in the long run. Because just the way things are, somebody's gonna have to have a master job while the other one's mastering other jobs. So, and bard is just master so quickly that someone's gonna be stuck not gaining AP. So we'll just revive everybody here at the Wind Shrine, free heal. Because we're going to warp now to Gallup's World. We'll go to that place where Sid and Mid said to where the energy of the meteorites were gathering. We flew by it a little bit earlier. It's like that little thing. Let's look at our map. Okay, down to the southwest there. Good thing we found that map in the ship's graveyard. Should be around here somewhere. Nope, a little too far south and not enough west. There we go. Looks like a big bird peninsula. Save our game here. Like I said, we're going to be out of this world for a while. We're going back to Gallus World. We're going to Gallus World. But I mean, not going back there because we've never been there. This is a one-way ticket. We're not able to come back. You guys understand? Yes, that's okay. And Lena hops right in. Let's go then. She leads the way. I guess it's goodbye to this world. Here comes Ferris. Men, stay well. And take care of Boko. Boko, I'll be going now. And just hop in this little, like, vortex. Just like Gallifin Kara, it shoots us up into the sky. And luckily, you don't take fall damage in Final Fantasy. You know, we saw that back in Final Fantasy II when our characters went to the castle, the Palamecia Castle. They went to the top floor and then they dropped down all the way to the bottom floor. And they were still okay. Alright, check out that playthrough if you want. So, that game plays a little differently than Final Fantasy games. It plays like a saga game. You know, trying new things. Speaking of new things, here we are in a new world. And it's kind of a boring world at first, but the game tells you what you need to do. This is Gallus World. You end up on this deserted island. There's not much we can do, but we can run into an enemy here. So let's do that. And the good thing about this enemy is it has a 100% drop rate of a tent. So you can just farm this enemy for a bunch of tents if you want. And the reason they have this enemy drop tents is because in order to progress the game, we need to pitch a tent. We need to pitch camp here. And I need to put my characters back in the front row here. Nope. So we take out the POW guy, and we get the tent. That way, if you came here without no tents, the game ain't gonna soft lock. You're gonna be able to advance. See, if you just sit around here and wait for a little bit, you're going to get a small little cutscene where you'll be told, hey, let's, you know, camp out. Let's make camp. So just sit a little bit here and wait. And here we go. I'm getting tired. Let's rest in the tent, angels. So, alright. So we put out our tent, and that's going to start this little cutscene here. Now this cutscene has two different options, and I'll you know, I'll show them off. They're both off. So, Lana, there's one thing that's been keeping me wondering. Why did you go through such danger to save the Hiryu up on the North Mountain? Sister, do you remember our mother? Mother, a little, I guess. Well, when I see that here, it reminds me of Mother. What do you mean? Yeah, we'll learn more about Lena and Ferris's mother later on. But now these monsters, these blue gremlin guys come out and they steal Ferris and Lena. Lena, Ferris! And then we get into a fight here with one of the monsters. Now you can either win this battle or lose this battle. Either way, it advances the plot. So, I'm going to win it here real quick. This guy, sometimes he'll use a thing called, like, Hurricane, which brings you down to single digits. If he does that, just use a healing potion, like a high potion, and then you can finish him off. But, so if you finish him off, this treasure chest appears. You open it up, and what the? A gas trap! And it knocks you out. And one of those blue guys comes down and takes you away. Now, if you lose the battle, you just basically pass out there in the thing and the guy takes you away. So, but either way, you end up here in this cell. Where are we? Well, we'll find out next time, and we'll also see that losing battle. So come back again. Take care. Bye.